Hey, beautiful friends, I'm Rebecca. Our practice today is for full body flexibility. We're going to get really into the midsection and the hips. So we're going to do lots of twists for the spine, get deep into the hips, the side body, the glutes. It's going to be really yummy. So I'm only using 2 blocks, but you're welcome to use any props that you'd like. Let's get started. So let's start with the blocks. We're going to come onto our backside and keep those blocks accessible. Drop your feet down into the earth. So you're going to start in a nice simple back bend, okay? You're going to line up your heels with your sits bones, rest your arms down by your side, and we're going to just start with some simple movement here. So start in a nice neutral pelvis and then go into a posterior pelvic tilt, just like you're tucking your tail under, and then an anterior pelvic tilt. And go ahead and reach those arms up and over your head and go back into that posterior pelvic tilt and your anterior pelvic tilt. One more time into that posterior pelvic tilt and then back into the anterior pelvic tilt. Now come back into the neutral position, heel toe your feet a little bit wider, the width of your mat, or maybe even wider, and then rest your knees towards each other and close your eyes. Just take a moment here. Take a nice breath in and let out an audible sigh. We're going to try this little breathing technique. You're going to inhale, and then right at the top of the inhale, inhale one more time, and then sigh. So it sounds like this. And one more time, inhale. Inhale again. And then just soothing that nervous system, arriving on the mat. One more time, inhale. Inhale again. And sigh. And then go ahead and keep your legs where they are. Just take a block or maybe 2 blocks underneath your pelvis. So if you want a little bit more sensation, you can come up a little bit higher, but we're going to work those knees back towards each other into a little constructive rest right here. So your knees may touch, they may not. And release the arms again, maybe up and over your head, or you can keep them onto the ribs. And just pause here for a moment. Connect in with the breath. And notice all the angst that you might be carrying in the body, or maybe the absence of it today. Whatever it might be, just notice without any opinions, just notice. Cultivating that third person, the observer. Now flubber your lips and soften a little bit more. See what you can relax into. I'm going to lower this down a little bit more. That way my knees can touch a little better. Now keep your feet wide on the mat and just start to windshield wipe your legs really wide, okay? So take your arms up so you get that rotation internally and externally into the hips. So your feet are super, super wide while you do this. And then from there, we're going to rest our pelvis back onto the prop if you're using it and come into a happy baby. So if you have a strap, you can use the strap here. We're going to come into a half happy baby, okay? So you're dropping the knee towards the armpit, frog, again, half frog or half happy baby. And now we're going to start with a little bit of movement. So gently press into your hand. Release your head, Soften the facial structure. And then release the leg all the way up and bend it down. And again, release it all the way up, point through the toes, and then release it down. Now hold here, hold the leg, and then soften into a nice yin pose. So softening, once you find those edges, what I'd like you to do is flex the left foot and then point, and then see if you can soften through that left side and just melt into the pose for a little bit here. And those of you who are new to the yin practice, remember we're letting go into that posture. Even some of us who are seasoned practitioners or teachers need that gentle reminder that we're softening into the poses. So once you find that shape, see what you can let go of. Now take hold of that leg and cross it over the right. And then guide that left leg in towards your chest. So play with this. We're going to keep the prop underneath our hips and maybe give your legs a little hug. Kick that left leg up into the sky and bend it down. And again, kick it up and bend it down. One more time, kick it up and bend it down. And then decide, you can choose if you want to stay right here or maybe keep that leg extended with the hips lifted. Just pause here for a moment, tuning into those sensations. Now let's keep this. Press into your left foot. Remove your prop for just a moment, okay? We're going to take the legs, rock them to the right, and then back over to the left. And rock them all the way to the right and back to the left. So they're still in that number 4 shape, but we're gently pivoting the hips, a little twist from side to side. And come back towards center, grab onto the prop again, take it over to your right butt cheek, and then shift your left butt cheek on top. And you're going to try to keep that left butt cheek on top of it as you drop both feet over to the left, okay? Then look over to your right side. You can hold onto your leg or not, like I'm doing, and then look over to your right. Just pivot over. You can feel the opening through the right side body into the outside of the right hip and leg, and just keep revolving open, maybe even reach up a little bit longer through the right arm. See if you can find a subtle C shape towards the left. Look back towards center. Take your head gently from side to side. When you're ready, friends, press into that left foot. Take the right foot down. Drop your hips into the earth. And then splay the knees open and closed. And do that a couple of times. And while you're here, take your hands up, your arms up, and make some circles with your hands. Big circles with your hands. And then reverse it. Find some movement through the wrists. Very overlooked part of the body, right? Because we do so much now with our lifestyle, with our fingers and our wrists. Start to just stretch it open. Wiggle through the fingertips. Press the palms together. Interlace your hands, then change your interlace so your less dominant finger is in front. Press your palms up in towards the sky. Reach them up and over your head, and then just splay your legs open for a moment here. Inhale wide through the ribs, and then exhale, soften. Now, take the arms back up, shake out the hands. Let's bring the knees back towards each other. Press your feet into the earth, and let's bring the prop back underneath our hips again. We're going to take that left knee in towards our chest into the half happy baby on the left side, okay? Again, that right foot can stay into the earth, or you can kick it out long. And go ahead and just fine tune this as you press the leg up and then pull it back down. And again, lift, slide it away, maybe add the foot in, and then take it back down gently. Kick out a little bit longer through the right leg, lift that left leg up and back down. One more time, kick it up, lift it up, and lower it back down. Now begin to soften here. Find that stillness. Now gently press that right foot into the earth. Take the left leg across and guide the right leg in towards your chest. Again, maybe pausing here and staying with this. And I'm going to play with this. So you're going to kick the leg up and bend it down. And again, kick, 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 and bend it down. And kick, kick it up, and bend it down. And one more time, kick it up, bend it down, and find your variation of the pose. So maybe stay with this or hug the legs in, depending upon how you're feeling today. Okay, friends, gently release the legs. Let's take the prop over to one side and drop the legs to your left and then drop them over to your right. Maybe reach the arms over your head while you do this. Just take your time rocking your hips from side to side, noticing if there's any areas of spaciousness on one side or the other. Connecting to the breath while you move. Now, after this one, let's take the legs back towards center and take a prop underneath your left. Well, you can take it to your right side and then scoot your hips over to your left and then drop them both over to the right. This part I really love because you just start to unravel open. You can hold on to that left leg and find that gentle C shape. You can look from to the right or to the left and play with that. You want to try to tap into that mobility in the cervical spine. So notice the areas that you tend to gravitate towards and see if you can find some balance and go in a different direction. Deepen the breath. Bring your gaze back towards center. Press both feet into the earth. Lift the hips up. And this time, take your feet wide again and then bring the knees to touch. Open them up and bring them back to touch. Reach the arms back up into the sky. Stay here. Interlace your fingers. Invert the palms so they're up towards the sky. And make some circles here. And reverse it. Now keep the arms just as they are. Take them to the right and back over to the left. And again, over to the right. And over to the left. Come back to center, release the hands. A nice audible sigh. Heel toe your feet back towards center. And now we're gonna go into some bridging with the block. So you're gonna press it the long way between your thighs. And we're gonna move a little bit. So moving into the musculature and then going into the yin pose. So take the arms down by your side, articulate through the spine, tucking the tail and then moving through the spine into the lower back, middle back, and upper back. And then slowly on your exhale, lower down from the upper back, middle back, and lower back. Connecting in with the breath, adding the arms, inhale, reach. And exhale, lower down. And again, inhale, lift. Press into the big toe pad. Exhale and lower down. And this time, inhale, lift. Now stay up. And then you're going to find that pelvic tilt again. So drop your hips down, tuck the tail under, and lift the hips a little bit higher. So you really are trying to open up that space right in towards the pelvis. Open up the front side of the body, tucking the tail under and lifting into that delicious back bend. Move the chin slightly away from your chest. Soften the jaw if you need to, or any place that might be really tight. And then take your prop underneath your hips and drop it down. Now from there, stretch the right leg out nice and long, flex through the foot, feeling that nice big stretch on the right hip. And then take the right foot back into the earth and take the left leg long. And press the left foot down. So you're going to take your blocks. I'm going to use 2 over to for my left hip. So I'm going to bring them to my left side, lift your hips up, and you're going to stagger your legs so your right leg comes slightly forward. And then my right arm is going to come down for a little stability. So I'm taking it down in towards the earth. And then just shift your weight forward and back onto that left hip to find where you feel that nice sensation in your body. Again, someplace you can stay for a little bit. And the left shoulder as well, you want to move forward and back. So those are the 2 places to play with. If it's uncomfortable at all, you can pad the left shoulder and the hip with a little bit of a blanket or even rolling up the mat. And then see if you can just soften into it. It feels really delicious. And now let's go over to the other side. So this is a variation of side banana on your side. So if that's like a double negative, then I guess it's just banana. So we're going to take the blocks over to the right hip, lift your hips up, playing with that position of the shoulder and the hips. And then maybe take the left leg forward and the right hand in towards the earth and just stabilize here. Let's gently release this, come back towards center, remove the props, then float on over to your side, or you can rock up, okay? You're gonna press into the earth, rock up to sit, then flip over, and let's take those props right inside the hips and come on forward into a child's pose. Press into the earth, come on up. Then crisscross your legs underneath you. We're moving into final relaxation, so I welcome you to maybe take a prop between your shoulder blades for a little heart opener as we melt into Shavasana. Okay, friends, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently stretch out your jaw. Guide your weight over to your right side. Come into a little ball. And then press yourself all the way up to sit. Come on up. And let's take a moment to close our practice. Just tune in here for a moment. Connect back into the body. Bring your hands to your heart. Om Shanti, 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 Namaste. Namaste, my beautiful friends. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for taking the time to shine your light with me today on the mat. And if you're interested in doing 30 days of yin with me, then check out the calendars below. I'll link those. You can sign up and join today. Thank you again. Namaste.